Hello and welcome back to another one of Paul's Beer Reviews. Hope you're all doing well today. It's been a while, I'm back. I've got a few beers to review, so we're going to get straight into it. I've got a stout to review for you, and it is from Arbor, Bristol's finest. And this is a caramel and chocolate shortbread stout, and it's called This Time Next Year, Rodney. Obviously, we'll be millionaires. So on a play on the caramel millionaire shortbread sweet, which I'm a big fan of. I do enjoy a caramel millionaire shortbread. It's coming in at 6% ABV in its classic pint can. Do love Arbor for that. It says decadent salted caramel and milk chocolate stout inspired by our favourite 11s treats. Contains barley, wheat, oats and lactose. And that's all she says really. But yeah, Arbor, obviously down in Bristol. One of my all-time favourite breweries, massive fan. I've genuinely yet to have a bad beer from them. Let's see if this one's any good. I've not had a stout from Arbor for a little while. Had a lot of the lighter beers. They are probably most well known for their hazy pales and IPAs, but they also do a very good lager. And I've had some decent stouts from them in the past. Leave that there. There is this stout. Jet black, hardly any light bleeding through that. Even with the light on me, there's not a lot going through that. That is a very dark stout. Head has dissipated on that really quickly. That is a properly dark stout, and the head has just vanished. Let's get me snouting, see what the aroma is giving us. And it's unmistakable caramel. Caramel, milk chocolate, vanilla. Slight touch of a kind of a dark fruit sweetness. Maybe a touch of fig or plum or something. But very subtle. But it's caramel, it's milk chocolate. Smells fantastic. Should we get stuck in? Cheers. Oh, very nice. Very nice. And there's a nice roastiness now just developing, still growing at the back of my palate. I was thinking when I initially took the swig, it's very upfront. It's definitely a dessert beer, this one. Definitely a sort of a dessert stout. It's very creamy. Touch of sweetness, very caramelly. But a nice sort of biscuity, sort of, it's like a crunchy. It feels like I could eat it. It does. It's definitely reminiscent of a chocolate shortbread caramel flavour. It's very good. Unmistakable vanilla-y, milk chocolatey, caramelly flavour. Right up front, when I first took that mouthful, I kind of thought, is it going to be a one-dimensional stout? Is it going to have all the millionaire shortbread characteristics that they've advertised it for, to be about? But will it be missing that kind of roasty essence of a good stout? And it doesn't. That roastiness from the dark malts does come through quite nicely and balances it out really well to remind you that you are drinking a stout. And a 6% stout at that is not a little beer. That is very nice once again from Arbor. As I drink it now, I'm just starting to get that. I mentioned that little bit of that sweetness that on the aroma that reminded me of dark fruit. You often get it in stouts. I mean, they haven't specified anything on the can, anything they've added. I know a lot of breweries add, like I say, figs and plums and things like that to their stout brews. I don't know if Arbor have done that to this, but there is a touch of something that is reminiscent of a dark fruit, kind of a jammy dark fruit thing. But it's subtle, but I can taste it. And it does nothing to detract from the other flavours, and it does nothing to take away from a very good beer. This is really good. Yeah, it's cracking. I'm going to get the rest of this, because they're pint cans, they're aggressive for the rest of it. Get the actual bottom of the can in there. And you see that's developed a beautiful, full-on caramel coloured head. It's almost like, it's almost going to be 2 beer reviews in one. And that head, just from giving it quite a vigorous, almost drop pour in the end there, that's not in a hurry to go. It's sticking around all of a sudden. Bit of lacing on the glass, the carbonation there rolling around the edge. It's just good quality. I bloody love Arbor. I've said it before on this channel. I think they are absolutely outstanding, and if anything, I think they're an underrated brewery. I think in terms of value for money, I still think that they're tough to beat. So I'll pour the last knockings of that can in here. And if anything, it's enhanced that kind of milky, caramelly aroma. It's chocolate, caramel still. I feel like maybe that sweetness of that sort of dark fruit thing I was getting has died down a bit. Let's see if it's changed the flavour at all. It's getting better, if anything. It's just made it even better. That's such a lovely beer. Really is. Caramel, milk, chocolate, lovely roastiness. Those dark malts, those roasted malts, gives it that lovely, slightly bitter, roasty finish, which balances it all out. And there is that subtle dark fruit thing. But yeah, this is a treat. This is another absolutely stunning beer from Arbor. I'm not sure if this one, if Arbor would say this is part of their core range or not. It seems to be a bit of either a seasonal one, or because they bring it out quite regularly, maybe once a year, something like that. I'm not too sure. I might have just picked it up at the right time. I picked this particular can up from Beer Shop in St Albans. Excellent beer shop they got there. I paid, that's a good question, I think I paid about £4.50 for the can. So I mean £4.50 for a pint of 6% stout. Again, it's just really good quality and really good value from Arbor. It's a lovely beer. It's a really, really lovely beer. I've got no complaints with it whatsoever. When I wanted a Millionaire Caramel Shortbread Stout, that was the kind of thing I had in mind, and I think they've absolutely nailed the style once again. Top quality from Arbor. I love it. It's a lovely beer. I'm going to enjoy the rest of that in peace. Rating, I mean, it's delicious. It's not quite blown my mind. 10 out of 10 levels, but it's very close. But I'm going to give it a solid 9 out of 10. Quality, yet again, from Arbor. Go check it out if you get the chance. I do recommend it. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, give it a big thumbs up. I do appreciate it. Until my next one, you take care.